You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the May 6, 2024 meeting of the Michigan City Fire Merit Commission. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
I'd like to call to order the Michigan City Fire Commission's meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Doug, your bobblehead didn't come in your name tag?
No, it's on order.
Okay. Stop it. We ought to.
Roll call of officers. Okay. Mike Nyla, absent. Fred Adrian, present. Doug Beatty,
Here?
Greg Deutscher,
Here.
Corey Schaffner.
Correct, I'm here.
Okay.
Checking on the number.
Approve of last month's meeting.
Most approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Anybody opposed? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. And the minutes, we need a special one for the special meeting for the minutes we had for the special meeting in April 23rd.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carried. Communication and claims. None. Report from the city council representative.
Sure.
That is her.
The city council is currently in the process of approving rules for all commissions and boards to follow so that everybody is on the same page. So things as when the minutes are due, when the agendas are due, how the agendas should look, how the minutes should look, how the procedures of the meeting should go, and so that way everybody in Michigan City is following the same guidelines, and it looks generally the same for everybody. So that will be out soon. And then on this week's agenda, so we have our meeting on Wednesday, since tomorrow is election day. We have at least 3 nominations for a new Fire Merit Commission member.
Are you following the Robert Rules of Order for the meetings?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep,
Okay, no problem. That's it?
that's it, yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see, communication claims. Special meeting, report from the commission's attorney.
The only thing that I would have to report would be last meeting I was asked about the certification of the list. I just speak to Chief about it. I reviewed the ordinance as well as the Indiana code. I'm not comfortable because if you recall, some firefighters or some people on that list have taken additional certifications, and those are points. And so I was asked, and I'm sorry about, we call persons in horrible with names, about changing that order of that list. I'm not comfortable doing that. First, I couldn't find anything in the statute or the ordinance or case law regarding that, but I'm not comfortable changing that list because it has been certified. So I'm glad they took it upon themselves to get those certifications, but they're gonna have to wait until the next round. And I think the chief agreed with that.
Yeah, somebody did ask her that. One of our individuals was approached by someone that's on the list. And I guess they'll be finishing up a certification and want to know if they could add that and would help their standing on the list. And I say no, because it's already certified. That's that. So, maybe it'll help you better, help you next time. Yeah. So I'm in agreement with the attorney that once it's certified, and that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of like changing horses in the middle of the dog and running it.
Because at this point, we're, what were we about the second or third name on the list? what if it would have changed the standing with that person? Maybe what if it would have brought him to number 2 or number 1?
Yeah.
But then what does that do for the guy that already got on the job? You know, it's
It's certified.
certified and you're done.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what certified means, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Report from Union Local 475.
You're not the union rep? Okay.
Well, I see he's not here. Okay. Report from the fire chief.
All right. Well, I'll start with our May anniversaries, which is 1. And that would be Captain Brandon Lee with 15 years. 15 years of service this month. And honestly, I can't remember if I read this off to you or not, the calls for service, but I'm going to do it. We'll start doing that. So the calls for service for the month of April was, we had a total of 309. 9 of those were fire, and 239 were emergency or like medical calls, rescue calls, and the other 61 were just miscellaneous. And I give you a more detailed breakdown if you all want. It's like miscellaneous calls such unauthorized burning, somebody's burning leaves in their yard, fuel spill, stuff like that, canceled en route, things like that, things that just didn't even turn into an emergency, false alarms and whatnot. And out of those, Narcan was used 3 times on those medical calls. So for year to date, we have 1,467 calls, which is 25 more than we had last year at this time, so, or up 2%. So that's really it from me. I do have a question. I know I've been asked, and I did talk to the union president, told me he wouldn't be here tonight. And I know this is a big thing that we've been trying to push, but obviously you're missing 2 commissioners. Trying to set up some kind of a meeting workshop to start talking about changes that we've been wanting to make with the ordinance for quite some time now. Obviously, we probably want to wait till you have a full commission, but if you got any other ideas, we'd be glad to hear them. So, I don't think we're going to have much of a difference between me and the union, because I was union president when we started this, and then it just kind of fell to the side for a bit. And we all were in agreement with the administration then. We were all pretty much on the same page with what we wanted to change, just we needed to work out some finer details as far as numbers and so on and so forth, just some little finer details, but overall we were looking at wanting to kind of change around some of the same things.
I thought the plan was for you guys to submit to the members, the commission, what your changes were, and then we go from there. Am I wrong on that? So that there'd be a starting point rather than
We've actually been in a starting point. We've had a couple
changes?
We've had a couple workshops, and I think it's in limbo right now on these changes, and the new mayor, I can't think of her name. Should have.
Angie Nelson there.
Angie had made a couple changes with the council.
Right.
Right, we
that went in
actually,
the age time thing.
but
we
the
need to
age
get a
thing was
union.
that was state law change, so we had to change.
Right.
That had to be changed with you guys, and then we did work with her while she was still on the council to get the points changed for the.
Right, we did do those couple.
I remember that, yeah.
I haven't seen any additional recommendations.
No, nothing's been,
Okay.
Those are the changes that we wanted to make right away, and that we have taken care of those. We need to get the union rep here at this meeting,
Right.
and then we can talk about a
So she
workshop.
can pick on him. He quit, get off.
Right, that way I can
Start
talk to
picking
him
on
and say,
on that
where's the
one.
list, where's
Right,
the
where's
list?
the list?
Like I used to do you.
I will speak to Nick and I will pass that on to him.
He needs-
That you guys are kind of looking for like what we're looking at changing.
If you want to make changes, he needs to come here.
Well, we understand that.
Right.
There's
I
nothing
think we're
drastic.
looking at wanting to sit down and here's what we're looking at.
Right.
Like actually get down and have a meeting with it. And I don't know if that would be easier, because I know once they look at the changes, they're gonna have questions.
Right, and I think the last workshop that we were at, I think it was very productive, and it did end up with those changes.
So.
Those are 2 ones that need to be kind of done in a hurry, though.
yeah,
Well,
those-
we talked about the points too.
Right, we did, we got that changed too. I think we changed the point system, didn't we?
We did, for the new,
The new
applicant.
hirees.
Yeah, the new applicant for when they test, how they get their education points, so on and so forth, yeah.
And we changed the age limit.
Yeah, we had to because of the state.
I understand that.
No, yeah,
Some of the
agree with
different
100%.
categories and categories and stuff like that.
Yeah, but does anybody have in writing what the changes are.
You know what?
Yeah, they were
Still
submitted,
have
I
those
think.
because he was, I believe he was, Nick was involved with that at the time. And some of it is more criteria for testing, like what's required to test. I think that's a lot of what was being looked at. There were some other couple little things, but I think the biggest ones were the criteria to test for the next ring. So they had those details.
Those are promotional tests.
The promotional test, yeah.
Right.
So that's where we were kind of, between us and the administration at the time, pretty much kind of had a different thought on some things. And we kind of got kind of a little stalled on that part too, I think. But yeah, however you want to do it, let us know. If you want us to have them submit you a list, we can sit down and get a list together, get it to you, or we can just sit down and have a meeting, say, here's what we'd like to change, and we'll sit there and look at the ordinance and go through it right then.
I would
Could do
prefer to
that.
have it ahead of time because
So you want to look at it?
She has,
get it so I can compare
Okay.
the ordinance versus the state statute versus what is being proposed changes, so.
Will you do a red light for us?
Yeah, I can do that, yeah. That
That'd
way I
be
can.
the quickest way to do it.
Okay,
I'll let him know when we get out of here.
Okay.
What you're looking for.
Evidently, though, there's nothing really super bad going on as far as the list goes because of the fact that we haven't brought anything up. Nobody has.
As far as what do you mean?
well, there's still some discrepancies between the two that kind of,
Yeah, but there's nothing evidently really big.
no, but still, it needs to be fixed.
yeah, it's changes these guys been wanting for years. It's
I realize,
that-
but they're still living with it.
Yeah, that doesn't make it right.
No, I'm not arguing that point.
So however, I'll get up with Nick and see if he can get that together for you and get that submitted to you, email it to you or whatever, and then we go from there.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think I really have. I will say, I know we had that special meeting, called for the next name on the list just to keep you
Right.
informed of what's going on. So what we did do, well, you said that was the 23rd, right?
Right.
I couldn't remember the exact, I knew it was that Tuesday or Wednesday of that week. So we did ask for the date for his physical to go down, public safety medical, so he gets physical. We asked for a date range from like April 29th, and I think it was to May 16th. So we asked starting that next Monday on out, and they could get us in the earliest. It appears right now the earliest they get us in was the 24th of May. So
Yeah.
by the timeline and the way things work, if all goes like on the average and stuff, and he passes everything, and he probably won't be actually starting until first part of July. So just so y'all know, but he came in the day of the meeting, signed the paperwork that
Yeah.
he wants to accept the job, so we got him set up and he's just waiting to get
I know
ready.
they call them, yeah.
So, other than that, I can't think of anything we got going on. It's, yeah.
They getting all fired up for taking care of the beach this year?
What's that?
Are they getting all fired up, getting ready to take care of the beach?
Yeah. I think they're having a meeting with the lifeguards on Friday. So I think they got the lifeguards they need, to fill all the spots, I
That's
believe. Frank, Deputy Chief Frank Rebeck usually handles the lifeguard situation. But we had some texting back and forth because some people were still applying.
Oh.
We're still taking applications, but I think the spots may be filled at this point, but we're still taking applications in case somebody doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna have a meeting with the people that they're picking. I think they're having a meeting with them Friday. That's what I gathered from the
It's
text.
coming up quick.
Yeah. So, yeah.
How many lifeguards are you gonna have?
I think Frank says usually goes about 15 to 16 of them. Somewhere in that range, 15 to 16. That way they can still get a couple days off and they can rotate some people around and stuff, so. Yeah. Anything else?
No.
All right. I guess that's.
Okay, thank you. Any old business? Any new business?
I don't know.
Public comments? Commissioners' comments?
Yeah, I got something. I attended the Firefighters 101 class. Not only did I learn a ton, I got to experience at a very low level what these guys do. It was informative, and it was very, very important for me as a fire merit commissioner to understand what you guys do. So thank you. It was really good. Really good.
Cases coming back now, too.
Yeah, I gotta get the beard back.
I found out for it a couple days later, but some things go. But I wish I had done it. I had time, I know that for a fact.
I've been there, done that before.
I don't realize it, but the older he gets, it's not as good.
I realize my knees are not what I thought they were, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Any other comments? I'd like to thank the fire department for, today's what, Monday? Last Thursday, they came and they put the new flag and a new rope and a new pulley. The same stands at the school, between the school and the church. They put up a new flag. Oh, we bought it and stuff like that, but I want to thank them very much for that, because that pole's probably about 50 feet high up there. And it looks a lot better than it was. And we also got a light on it for a change. So other than that, any other comments?
The next meeting?
Nope, that's it.
Next meeting,
Next meeting is June 3rd, 2024, 5 p.m.
Councilwoman wants to get her hand.
Yes.
I do want to thank some of the firefighters. I don't know which shift they were on, but I think they were from Station 1. They came out to Strebel Pond with my class on Friday, and they helped clean up Strebel Pond with us for our Better World Day project. So thank you guys for sending people, and thank them for coming.
Any other comments?
Motion adjourned?
Somebody's got to make a motion.
Just did.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Ayes.
Those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.